how did it feel for you the first time you took your mask off to be with a group of people? It was kind of awesome, right? And also a little bit weird. I'm Dasee Berkowitz. I'm the author of this book, Becoming a Soulful Parent, A Path to the Wisdom Within. And while some of us are thinking about how we're going to be sending our kids back to school, many of us are still in the summer mode and seeing all the friends and family we missed over the past years. When we come back together again, there's an energy and a vitality and a feeling of aliveness between us, something that we tried so hard to replicate over Zoom, but it was just much harder to do. For the extroverts amongst us, this was amazing. We have longed for a time to connect with those that we love. And for the introverts amongst us, it might have just felt like too much, too many commitments and too many expectations. And why are all these people standing so close to me and expect me to hug them? For all of us, getting together with others gets us out of ourselves, out of our own heads, and normalizes things that are happening with our families, and can even give us a greater sense of purpose. To see people face to face makes us feel more responsible for them and can open up a pathway for a deeper connection. This moment on the Hebrew calendar, the beginning of the month of Elul, which begins Saturday night, August 7th, helps me come face to face with who I am and also gives me pause to think about my own life, stripping down to the relationships that are the most elemental. And even though it's the last month of the Hebrew calendar, it also marks the beginning of the period of self-reflection that culminates in the high holidays. The month of Elul always represents this to me, getting back to basics. And this time, it's about stripping off the excess and returning to our core of who we are, what's important, and which values most guide us. This has big implications about how we show up for other people. Do we spend time with people who give us energy or sap our energy? Do we spend our time comparing ourselves with others, or can we appreciate that everyone was created B'Tselem Elohim in God's image with a unique gift to share with the world, and that everyone has their own story? Do we show up with the attitude of this is how this person always is, or can we cultivate more curiosity about those we're meeting, what their experiences have been, and ask better questions that can help us get to know them more? The word Elul begins with the Hebrew letter Aleph, the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, and it kind of indicates it's time to start fresh. Embedded in its name, Elul, Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed, is a hint to the kind of relationships we most strive for. Ani ledodi v'ledodi li. Ani Aleph, ledodi Lamed, uledodi Vav, li Lamed. Elul it spells. And that phrase in Hebrew is translated as, I am my beloved and my beloved is mine. It's from the biblical book of Song of Songs in chapter 6. It's traditionally sung as a part of the Friday evening service, and it reads like a song between lovers. It also holds the metaphor of the relationship between the Jewish people and God. But it's a relationship about seeking and finding. It's about reciprocity and caring and mutual responsibility. And these are the elements of the kinds of relationships we want to strive to have in our own lives. And the ones that are unhealthy, not sustainable, and not reciprocal, I invite us to question or even leave them at the side now. When we grow in awareness about our relationships and who we invite into our circle of close friends, we're not only making our lives better and more fulfilling, we're also modeling for our own children what it means to have healthy relationships. And as our kids start the school year again soon, we'll be able to speak to them about friendships from a much more grounded place. As with each of these videos in the series, we want to dive into questions about where are we, or Ayeka in Hebrew, with the relationships in our lives. How do we want to grow in connection with ourselves in this coming month? Maybe you want to take on a morning writing exercise or have more quiet time in the evenings. How do we want to grow in relationship with our partners? The phrase being kinder than you have to be has always been a guide for me. And our children, let's think about how we want to devote a little bit more focused attention to them. Our friends too, someone we lost touch with, maybe give them an SMS or call them. Just go where the love is, invest, dive a bit deeper. And when we do that, we can develop deeper ksharim or connections. Not the ksharim, the same word that means knots. They make us feel all twisted up inside, but the ksharim, the connections that last. Happy month of Elul.